I'm Aristotle, a serial entrepreneur, multi-millionaire investor, real estate investor, and I'm here to share with you the top 5 things that I've personally done to make sure that I never go broke. Now, it's important to never say never, but I definitely put some things in place to make sure that I'm always making money for at least the rest of my life. So if you follow and stay to the end, you will have all the tools and skills that I use to make sure that you never go broke. Like, share, and comment, and let's get right into it. So the first thing I did to make sure that I never go broke was invest into the stock market and create stock market portfolios. Now, how did I first start doing this when I was broke? When I had $0, I came up with a system. I said I'm going to invest my side hustle and live off my main stream of income. So what were these? My main stream of income at the time was the Army, and my side hustle was barbering. Now I was making about $4K a month from the Army, and I was making $3K a month from haircuts. So I always tell people when they first start off, get 2 streams of income, one to live off of and the other to invest. All right, now I would invest into shares at first, right? It started off with shares. You can go back to one of my Instagram portfolios, aristotle.the.great, right? And you will see that I was investing into the stock market, right? And that's pretty much how I started. So that's the first skill set that I learned to make. Well, it was barbering, and then it became investing. All right, now that's another thing too that I want to add that should be on this list as well, is acquiring skills like barbering, welding, whatever you can do, whether you're a babysitter, some type of skill set that you have proof of concept and everything. Whatever skill set that you have, that's also important too, and that could be your side hustle. So that is strategy number 1, investing into stocks. Have you always wanted to invest in stocks, learn the stock market, interested in trading to earn another stream of income? Let's just say the average person in America makes $20 an hour. That's only $160 after an 8-hour shift. With my best-selling option trading beginners course, 6-step process to being a profitable trader, free books, and you even get to watch videos of me teaching celebrities like DC Young Fly from scratch. I can cut your time to make $200 plus in a day in just 1 to 2 hours. Don't believe me? Check out these gangs of accounts from different people that I help flip their accounts 100%. Yes, that means double the money in their accounts. For only $35, you get the best beginners course, 1 week access to my world famous trading signals. I have an 85% win rate already this year, 30 plus hours of additional training, a library of free books, a free beginners Q&A session with you at the end of the week via Zoom link. And I meet up with my community at all the major cities in America annually. You're basically in free because the return on investment I'll give you for only $35, just $5 a day, will 10x. Think about it. If the world shuts down again like the 2020 pandemic, how will you survive if your job decides to lay you off? All of these robots are taking our jobs, but they can't take the stock market. This stream of income could be earned while at home, no boss, and no behind kissing. Tap in. Link in the description, or I'll pin the link in the comments. Keep watching. The number 2 thing that I did to make sure that I never go broke was acquire real estate properties. So right now I have about $6 million in real estate, and to be honest, I did buy them cash. Now, should I have bought them cash? Maybe, maybe not. But the only reason that I bought most of my real estate properties cash is because I didn't want competition. So the only way to really limit the competition or win a real estate bid, even in today's world, especially in competitive markets like Atlanta, is to buy things cash. Now, I don't recommend doing that. I had the funds to do that, but acquiring real estate is very important. The first house that I bought was actually T.I.'s manager home, Jason Jeter. I bought that home for $600,000 back in July 2020, and I sold that property for $900K. So I had a $300K return on investment. So I made $300K off one property, $300K off the next property, $250K off the next property. So real estate has really made me some money, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Am I a real estate guru? Am I good at it? No, but acquiring these properties will help to make sure I never go broke. And I'll even give you guys some game about real estate. If you use your trading profits to buy real estate, it is 100% a tax write-off. So your capital gains can get washed by buying real estate and acquiring real estate. So that's something that a lot of people don't know. And then number two, you can borrow against your real estate, either from the negative equity, meaning, the money that is left. So let's just say you bought a house for $500,000 and you put down $200K, correct? Well, you can take out that $300K, and you could do this too. You can get a line of credit. So I have $6 million in real estate. I can get a line of credit, and you more than likely will get about, maybe 90% of that money back. So I can go get 5.9 million or 5.7 million, whatever 90% of that is back, or even 5 million to go invest into either other properties or another piece of business. So that's another thing too that I like about real estate, is now I can use my money as a bank. So that's another thing that I did to make sure that I never go broke. The number 3 thing that I did to make sure I never go broke is putting some of my extra cash into a high yield savings account. So I went to a bank, and it was Chase Bank. They had a 4.4% APY. So let's hypothetically say I put 1 million into Chase, correct? So if I'm getting 4.4% return on investment, that'll be about 44K, correct? Now, why is that? Because it's a 4.4% APY, and then you have to divide it by 12, so annual yield percentage. So I'm going to get whatever that number is per month, right? Now, what will I do with that money? I can also use the money within that high yield savings. So that 1 million, I can borrow against it. I can get a line of credit off that money. So yes, if you put some money into a high yield savings account, you can literally get a line of credit off of that money. So that's another hack that I learned too. And you could do it in multiple banks. So I can go to Wells Fargo, line of credit. You know what I'm saying? Put some money in the Wells Fargo, line of credit. Put some money in Chase, get a line of credit off that. So now it's like an infinite double of your net worth. And depending on which bank or what system you use is the percentage they'll give you. Like my guy said, Wells Fargo gave him 90%, but Chase only gave me about 80%. So I was thinking about that too, just leveraging that and everything of how I'm going to strategize of keep doubling and doubling my money. So now I can use real estate. Now I can borrow against my stock market portfolio. Then I could borrow against my high yield savings account. So think about that too. I just gave you 3 plays already that you can borrow against, and it's going to make sure I don't go broke. Now we're going to the 4th step. And the 4th step is kind of repetitive, but yes, I invest into the stock market, but learning the skill of trading. So I know how to cut hair. I don't know a lot about real estate, but I know enough. High yield savings account, trading, learning the skill of trading is very, very important. The reason why I say that is because I think about if the world was to shut down again, I personally have a means of income. If I was to, God forbid, knock on wood, this is wood, but let's just say you go to prison. If you are able to sneak in a cell phone, you can still make income. I can still swing trade. I can still support my family from prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid, of course, but anything that happens, where the world shuts down, whatever, if I have access to a phone or a device, I can make money. This is a skill set that I personally do recommend everybody learn. I do teach it. Make sure you guys click the link in the description, and I'll pin the links in the comments if you guys want to learn how to trade, swing trade, leap trade, everything. Learning all facets of trading. I like to swing trade, which is holding a stock overnight or longer. And what does overnight mean? The stock market is open from 9:30 a.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time, correct? And if I hold the stock past 4 p.m. Eastern time, it is now called a swing trade. Day trading is buying and selling a stock within that time frame, that 9:30 to 4 p.m. time frame. And then leap trading is long dated option plays, right? So a year out contract, a 2-year out contract, they're usually ranging from 1 to 2 years, and you might get lucky and get it and find a 3-year contract on a nice stock, but usually they're 1 to 2 years, right? I love those because it's almost like buying shares, but you're making a lot of money off a little bit. Like I put in 10K into Meta and made 152K, put in 11K into Nvidia, and that returned me about 200,000. And all I did was buy them on an extreme dip. This was back in 2022, right? And I made a lot of money, and I'll even show proof right here of the gains that I have, correct? So that's very important. Learning the skill of trading options is very important to me. Now, here's another key to make sure you never go broke. Now that you have all of these assets, now that you acquire this skill, make sure you have not only LLCs, but trust. Make sure you get a lawyer, put a lot of these assets into trust. Now, granted, am I the expert at this? Of course, you're going to need a lawyer to do it anyways. So you're going to need a trust fund lawyer once you start getting your money. All right, so I already taught you the game. Get you 2 streams of income, live off one, invest the other. All right, and make sure you saving money. So it's 52 weeks in a year. Save $100 every week. Save your taxes as well with that, so you can pretty much have 7K. Because think about it, if it's 52 weeks in a year, you saving $100 every week, you'll have $5,200 at the end of the year. And then when tax season comes around, early of the next year, right around that March, February time, you still saving money, $100, you still carrying on, and then you save, your tax money. And let's just say that's $1,000. So now you got close to about 7K in just a year and 3 months time frame out of nowhere. And that is enough to start your journey, whether it's business or whatever, because you could do some things with that, correct? You can put that in a high yield savings account, borrow against it. You can put that into a bank, show them that you have money, right? And then you can get a credit card. You can increase your credit card limit. You can ask for business credit. You could do a lot of things when you have a little bit of capital to show people, right? And that's pretty much what I'm telling people. There are ways to not go broke, but you do have to know and diversify your money. Notice how I'm diversified. I have skills. I can trade. I invest my money. I put it in the savings. I put it in the real estate. And then you got to go protect your assets. It's your boy Aristotle. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you never go broke. You feel me? Especially after watching this video. Leave a like. Put a comment down. Everybody, if you watched this, just say something, whatever. I want to read your replies. All right. God bless you guys, and we're out.